Okay guys, hi and welcome to this live review of Jessica Jones Season 2. So I finally finished it and I want to share my thoughts of course with you guys. Now just let me tune in to my stream here. Okay, I can see your comments and all of that, so let's start. This first part of the review is going to be a non-spoiler one, of course. I don't know how long that's gonna take, but I don't really have a lot of time. I already started so late, but again, this format at least allows me to do a lot of things and not wait on me to record and edit it. So let's start. So first, all the Marvel shows pretty much that are from Netflix are overall good. There are some things that kind of bother me with Iron Fist. Some things that kind of bother me with well, pretty much everybody. But Jessica Jones, I would say, is kind of the best. I mean, I thought that Daredevil was the best, but actually her series for me kind of became the best. Oh, and now we have one viewer. At least that's how I see it. So this season, the second season, started kind of like, what the heck is going on here? I was trying to figure it out where this is going, with Jessica, with her friend, and even with Trinity from the Matrix. I was all trying to figure this out. There were some lines that were sounding kind of like SJW in today's internet terms, but you can say that judging by Jessica Jones' character, when where she's coming from, it wasn't actually like that, pretty much. So let's overall start, since I can't talk spoilers in this point, how I felt everything. So in terms of a story, I really liked the whole thing. As I said at the beginning, I was not sure what I'm watching and how I'm feeling about the storytelling, how they were presenting things, but the show kept my attention throughout, so at least that I wasn't like bored. Because when I watched, Iron Fist, when I watched Luke Cage, I was bored out of my mind a lot of times. And when I watched especially The Punisher, I was not pleased with that show. I still have to finish it, but this is the most, harder for me to push through show. I mean, The Punisher. And I still haven't watched it fully. I think I have like 3 episodes, to go, but that is still 3 hours of my time. So we'll see when I'm gonna find, time to finish that and do a review of it. By the time I get to do a review of it, we're gonna have to talk about season 2, I mean, probably. So Jessica here in this season went through tremendous development, and we totally got to see her be more Jessica, and we totally got to see her develop as a character and to understand why she is who she is, what she's been through, she's so bitter, and angry all the time. And she really has a reasoning for that. Like, really, they did her backstory just amazing. And it was heartbreaking to watch. It was very, you can say, it had a lot of substance. It was quality, which in today's times, in terms, how I see things, in my opinion, a lot of TV shows fail to capture like true substance. They only imitate substance, but it's very, on top of things. It's not as deep. I mean, it's not really deep. It just really imitates it, and they just lose my attention with time. But how this season particularly was made, all her interactions, all the actors, I mean, how they played everything was very, very, very good, very believable. The emotions were there, how scenes were shot, how scenes were shot was there in terms of quality. And of course, the show is very low budget. You know, you don't really see big special effects except from 1 or 2 times when Jessica crushes something or someone else does. Again, don't want to get into spoilers, but you know where the show went, it started kind of, you know, moving in the story direction towards a bit after the middle, maybe, or in the middle. Where the show went was very interesting to me. I mean, I just totally didn't expect that. And how it ended, but I'm gonna talk spoilers, like I said, at the end of the review. So for now, you're safe. But how it ended was really impactful. And I was kind of expecting that the impactful part of it is going to be at the end of the episode, but it was kind of, you know, towards the end, but not at the very, very end. So that was interesting. I mean, I like when shows do things that, you know, you're not gonna expect. You know, a lot of shows end with this super shocking thing and they just leave you there. But this time they tried to, you know, at least finish up this season completely in a way. In a way, that doesn't mean that they didn't leave some things open, but it was mostly, you know, finished and wrapped in this bow or something, how some people like to say. Okay, so I said Jessica went through a tremendous growth and character development, which I didn't really expect. I mean, second season is a second season, but you know, they really went all out for her. So totally love that. I really wished if she can fly like in the comic books, but that is not an option. It seems they will not let her fly. So I don't know what is that about. Okay, let me think. Okay, her friend. Yeah, I mean, going one by one in characters. Her friend, Cat. Oh, I think I'm thinking about her, actually, her other name, Patsy, but I'm totally mistaking her name, I'm pretty sure. She was, you know, very good this season in terms of her performance. I mean, the actress performance, but the character itself, I just hated her guts most of the time. And actually, to the end, I really hated her, and I really like her usually. But this season, I really hate her and all her decisions, which I know that they're leading to somewhere because she's supposed to be Hellcat, you know, eventually to become that superhero. We don't really know what her abilities are going to be yet, like super reflexes or what, not sure. But what she did really bothered me in this season. She, like I say, she decided things for Jessica that were super significant, and she decided things for herself that screw other people's lives tragically. So she was very annoying to me, extremely annoying. She was, you know, filled with so many insecurities that she allowed herself and her insecurities to ruin everybody's lives around her, including her own. So interesting again. I really didn't expect that development. They went in totally different route with her. But I kind of appreciated that. I mean, she's irritating, but everything was done in a way that is interesting to watch. So at least that, yeah. And her mother actually was terrible. That's terrible mother, like terrible freaking mother. I mean, no one wants that kind of a mother. That's so snobby and she doesn't really pay attention to what is really happening. I can say that. And they paid a lot of attention to some lesbian things in this season as well, with Trinity's character. I keep calling her Trinity because that is how I'm used to, you know, seeing Carrie-Anne Moss in that role. But she's a terrific actress, like so amazing actress. And in this season, she had a lot more screen time, and she was amazing throughout. Just freaking amazing, stellar performance. And she's so strong as a character that she can have her own show, and how they also developed her character is so strong that she can have her own show. It was perfect and amazing. She's so smart and intelligent also. Very interesting, guys, very interesting with her. I'm not gonna really talk about the other guy that was Jessica Jones' associate. I mean, he got some development too. I'm not really interested in him overall as a character, but I did like as well how he was, developed, because again, a lot of things that I didn't expect, and they took a bit of time to, to present him and to see how he can also develop in a way. So again, very good job of the show. Overall, guys, I'm very impressed with everything in this show. In the beginning, I was really like, I'm not sure, but then I was perfectly, into it. I understand everything and why certain things happen and all of that. So it's fine. As a score, I have to give some kind of a score so I can move on to a bit of a spoilery part. I would say that this season of Jessica Jones as a Marvel Netflix TV series is a definite, you can say like 8.5 out of 10. Yes, I think I would give it totally an 8.5 out of 10. Oh, and before I start with spoilers, I think that maybe some of you understood from the trailers, or I'm not sure, that Jessica Jones' mother, her mother is in the show, and I just want to say that she's really amazing as a character also. Really, really interesting. And again, that actress did such a good job. Like, such a good job. So impressive. I mean, acting in this show, in this season, is so naturally, truly impressive. So, like, kudos, totally. So that was, my non-spoiler overall review of the second season. And now let's quickly discuss some of the things that happened this season that I kind of want to talk about. So spoilers, if you haven't seen the whole season, you better, unfortunately, click away and come back later if you like to see, to hear my opinion on everything pretty much that I can't talk in the non-spoiler review. So first, again, I want to talk about Jessica's mother and how their story was developed, because we get to see how Jessica was suffering so much, and how she lost her first real boyfriend. Her mom killed him in cold blood, like so brutally. I mean, there's a lot of brutality in the show. There's a lot of course, blood and pretty gruesome stuff. Have that in mind, but it's not like Spartacus or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's just normal kind of a brutal. It's more to the brutal side, but it's not anything over the top. And so, her whole thing, the whole stress, how they presented the stress that Jessica went through when she lost, her little brother, I think, her father and mother, and how she thought about her family. It was very interesting, and how that shaped her as a person, how she had to deal with life, and of course, what she remembered from the experience, not experience only, but all the experiments that were done on her. And we were seeing this monster, really disfigured, bloody looking person, and when that turned out to be her own mom, I was super shocked, because before that we are seeing her mom for a very brief period of time, and we knew right away that she was stronger than Jessica. She was super strong. She can, of course, also jump 10 stories, which is freaking amazing. And we just knew that she was some kind of a stronger person than Jessica, but we had no idea that she was actually Jessica's real mom. So when that was revealed, after the middle of the season, I think, I was personally very shocked. I mean, and that was a great twist. And I really enjoyed that doctor that did it all, that helped them. And I really hated the way that Jessica hated him, because he was a really great person, actually. Yes, he did his experiments on people, but he saved lives. And superpowers were after effect, a side effect of his work. But what he did was revolutionary. And he helped. He didn't took people that didn't needed help. He took people that were pretty much dead or very badly crippled and totally fixed them. So I didn't actually see what Jessica's problem was. She was very quick to judge. She was very quick to hate on the guy. And of course, judging by her backstory, what she went through, I kind of understand that she is not a very trusty person. She doesn't really trust people. Of course, we know that, but she didn't actually try to understand his work. She only wanted to make him go away. So I was really annoyed by her reaction to him. There were like several moments in the whole season that I was like, okay, Jessica, you're going over the top. That's too much. I mean, you're intelligent. Don't you see, what he's doing and what he did? And after her own mother explained what he did, she was still like, no, this guy, he's terrible. He's a monster. He's, all of those things. Sorry, guys, it's, close to midnight now. Just gonna read the first comment. So yeah, hi William. Yes, yeah, I do realize that Trish hated being powerless her whole life, but if she was a secure person in herself and in her own talents, sorry, she wouldn't do the stupid things that she did. Well, I wouldn't say abused by her mother. Most likely, her mother was pushing her to succeed. She wanted her daughter to be somebody famous and rich, so she can be, snobby about that, basically. And Trish took her own drugs and abused herself after that. She was just pretty much a bit of a weak character. That's how we say here in Bulgaria, Of course that, Trish wanted her powers of Jessica, of course, but that doesn't excuse her terrible actions, because she was doing one terrible action after one terrible action after another one. And at the end of the season, the end of the episode, she killed Jessica's mother, which was like, I mean, in that moment, I was so angry at her. Like, so angry. I'm like, oh, how could you? How could you? I mean, whatever she was Jessica's mom. And not only that, but she knew that Jessica was going with her mom. So there was obviously something going on, and it looks like Jessica's protecting her, which is exactly what Detective Costa told Trish. So Trish was still acting on an impulse, and again, because of her impulses, Jessica's associate almost got a junkie. I mean, almost became a junkie again. He felt was what it's like to taste that other thing that was pretty much like a drug. I mean, not pretty much, it was a drug, So she almost destroyed his life. She destroyed Jessica's mother's life, because of her, Jessica's mother's boyfriend decided to kill himself, and then did that procedure that almost killed her. And of course, she's gonna have some powers. We saw a glimpse of that, the way that she cut the phone with her foot. But I can do that. A lot of people can do that. Maybe she's more clumsy in life and she couldn't do that just before the procedure, but that's not a superpower per se, and it's definitely not superpower in general. I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be maybe something to do with reflexes, but still has to be more significant for her to be standing up against Jessica, or be considered super so she can be happy. I mean, enough super so she can be happy. That's what I mean. So yeah, I mean, whatever Trish did in this season was terrible, irresponsible, very impulsive, and inadequate. Extremely inadequate. I've never seen such an inadequate character. I mean, yeah, you can say that, or at least recently. And of course, good evening to Ivy. And of course, Ivy, if you haven't seen the whole season, don't listen to me, watch the first part only of the review, so you won't hear any spoilers. I'm having a Facebook message. Just a second. That's probably something that cannot be written here. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, that's from Ivy. Oh, thank you, Ivy. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's go back to the stream now. So, so yeah, that's about Trish. But her, no, Jessica's mother, she also irritated me a lot in the beginning because she was killing people left and right in the most brutal way possible. And I know that that's a side effect again, and that, sorry, very sleepy again this time. So I know that, she was such a monster inside and with anger issues and all of that, but then she tried to do something about that. Jessica was very good influence on her, and I really thought that this could go somewhere, but of course, because this is not my first show that I'm watching, I knew that something's gonna happen to her. We just can't have two Jessicas on the screen, one more powerful, no less, and one is the Jessica that we know. Okay. Okay, Ivy. You decided for yourself. Okay. Yeah, guys. So that's about the two characters, but I enjoyed all their interactions, and I really enjoyed the science guy, Jessica's mom boyfriend, because he was so intelligent, so nice, so kind. I was really frustrated with Jessica. She was so annoyingly terrible to him, to the point where the guy killed himself. So yes, it's Trish to be folded, but Jessica as well. And I don't blame her mother that she, freaked out like that and killed more people in another brutal way. But then she also saved people at the end, which again was very good, and she could finally, find her purpose and what she can do with her powers. But no, Trish shot her in the head like a complete idiot. Such an idiot, and how she can even do that from this position with the gun, and they were on the Ferris wheel, and I don't know. And Trish was, supposed to be very weak by that point. Okay, but I don't know how Jessica didn't just crush her like a bug. That wasn't her decision to make. I mean, I enjoy how, Jessica at least was with her, how they talked. Although I really wanted to, through Trish, the whole, through the whole corridor because of what she did. But I enjoyed how they talked, and Jessica explained to her that she no longer can look at her twice, basically, that Trish killed her own, Jessica's only family, and that was pretty understandable. I don't blame Jessica for this reaction, because lots of people would have done a lot more. And I enjoy how she finished the evening with her new boyfriend, and she really needed that. So that was great. I enjoy how down to earth and believable of a character she is, and how layered she is. That's interesting. I really didn't get why Kilgrave was there in her mind. Is that something that she did because that was pretty real, or he does have some kind of other effect on her that is related to his powers after death? I really don't know. That's kind of a mystery here. For me, that's it. At least. Yeah, Ivy. Well, yeah, I mean, her and Jessica were to blame for that. He was just so not having any more of this super power people, and well, not exactly like that, but I mean, it was difficult for the guy. I I just don't know why he decided to quit that easily. I mean, he must have known that his girlfriend, I think his wife, they kind of married unofficially, is gonna freak and probably gonna kill a lot of people, and she knew that he was dead, but he didn't consider that. He just decided to end it all there. So yeah, I was upset about that inside. I was like, why, you're an intelligent guy, just don't give up, just don't do that, really. But I understand the scene. I understand that he was so frustrated with the whole thing, and his efforts were not appreciated, and on top of everything, Jessica was so mean to him, like so mean. So yeah, I'm very frustrated overall with both Trish and Jessica. But at the same time, again, I'm glad how they developed everything and all the characters. And again, with the Carrie-Anne Moss thing, and I mean her scenes, the lesbian scenes, not used to that, not really used to that, but they were again uh, very well done in terms of the fact, how she was as a businesswoman, as a woman, and how she's dealing with her personal relationships, and of course how super like smart she is, and how she made that homeless girl kill her boyfriend, which was also crazy. I'm like, okay, are you that stupid? Talking about the homeless girl. How can you, just believe her and go and kill your own boyfriend? I mean, maybe just at least look at the evidence that were in that folder behind you or something. But no, she was like, this mother, something has to pay. um, well, hi to the new person, the save me one. Well, I have no idea, but yeah, I'm pretty sure if it's quality like season 2, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, yeah. Yeah. So where was I? Uh, that scene in the car in the last I think the last episode was really interesting to me. I mean, yes, I know that Trinity is very smart. Again, I'm calling her Trinity. I just can't think of her character name in this. But again, how the other girl was that stupid, I don't know. Maybe, just maybe, I mean, I'm pretty sure that there was some truth to what Trinity said. And when they start arguing, maybe something else came out as truth, so she was super angry. But still killing him, I don't know, that was kind of too easy. Or maybe Trinity is too good of a psychologist to know how they're gonna react, but there's still people there, unpredictable, so who knows? Or she's really, really a very good psychologist. Hi to Irko! Well, Master Manipulator, yes, and she's a lawyer, so yeah. Irko is here. Hi to Irko, though I'm pretty sure he haven't watched the show. Okay, guys, so let me think if I covered everything spoiler wise, in terms of spoilers. Yeah, I think that guy that was, with the inhaler, with the super inhaler, I kind of miss what happened to him. He was basically a tool so he can bring this inhaler to Trish in this season. In the previous season, he was a bit more, but yeah. So I didn't care about that. But again, the biggest mystery is pretty much what was exactly Kilgrave in Jessica's mind. Was he just the plot of her imagination, or was he really there in some kind of a super powered level? But he is dead, so I don't know. And again, The other thing actually that I think, I mean, for me was kind of irritating, yeah, was when Jessica killed that guard, that prison guard, because it wasn't, I mean, it wasn't her fault at all. He sprayed her with the pepper spray. She didn't see anything. She was just trying to protect herself because that crazy guy was hammering her with so many hits. So she just literally killed him because she didn't see what was happening. And she was just trying to, make him go away, to make him, not hit her anymore. So she just did something. I mean, she swing. She did this swing with her hand, and that was very powerful hit with something, a blunt instrument, or I don't remember what it was, but yes, his head was smashed. And she was like so regretful, so sad. Okay, you killed a person, but you really didn't do it. You really didn't do it on purpose. He was killing you, and he wanted to kill her because it was self-defense. Because, of course, she was in his home. She was trespassing, she was breaking in. Okay. But if he was a good person, he would just, try to somehow restrain her. Seeing that she's a woman, I mean, he will not be that aggressive, you can imagine. But I mean, he doesn't know who she is and what she can do. But he was so freaking aggressive. So she killed him, of course. And again, if she had her full sight and knew what was going on, she would be more careful, and she would not be. I mean, she will not kill him. So it's all his fault that this happened, and she will not be so quick to blame herself. She was also blaming herself for the death, of her parents. She thought that she caused the car crash, which again, she was a little kid. It wasn't her fault in any kind of a way. Then, of course, her mother explained that her dad was a bad driver and they didn't actually have a very good relationship, after all. And all of that. So, I understand where Jessica is coming from, but I'm still kind of annoyed by the fact that she's so quick to blame herself over and over again, that self-punishing, that it's lacking logic. She has to think she's smart, but she's not thinking when it comes to herself. She can only, she likes to accuse people of things because, that is her profession, basically. I mean, not that she likes, but she's very suspicious, so she kind of jumps to conclusions kind of sometimes. But when it comes to her, she's so freaking judgmental, and it's not objective to herself. So that was annoying to me. And just gonna catch up with the chat real quick. If I missed something. Oh, you're talking about that, okay? And Trish music video. Oh, it was so freaking lame. I don't see how she could be a pop star. I mean, it was too lame. Her songs were pretty much something that you can hear from Nickelodeon. It's not like Britney Spears level, anything like that. And she was kind of supposed to be something like Britney, I guess. But she was like pretty much somewhere. I mean, something like Hannah Montana, but worse. Yeah, I don't really see her as a pop star. Don't really buy that. Well, guys, I'm thinking to not miss something. What else? What else that I didn't say? We didn't see characters, from other shows this time, except that guy that was, weapons dealer. That was like, okay, fine. Can't really think about anything else, guys, but yeah. I already said about how, everybody had their moments, including that Mexican guy. He was an enjoyable character, and also he was very believable as a person. His relationship with his son, his wife, his ex-wife, and their chemistry with Jessica, and how he was that kind of a guy that she would see that he's genuine. So that's great. That's great. I mean, everything was flowing very naturally in the way that characters interacted with each other, all the lines, all the stories, how they, intertwined, in between them. I liked pretty much all of that, although, the irritating factors that didn't really kind of make sense all the time. But overall, this is a great, great season, so that's why I gave it 8.5 out of 10, guys. And I'm gonna finish with the comments and call it a night because it's almost midnight here, so yeah. Is not okay. Sounds like Jessica is not the kind who kills people on regular basis. No, she only killed like 2 people till now, and she regrets it. But there was no other way. Not in the first case, not in the second case. It is not her fault. It is not her fault at all. Yeah, exactly. She is. Zdrasty, Teko. Hi, Teko. Hi, Teko. We are talking about Jessica Jones season 2. If you haven't seen season 2, you can just watch at least my first part of the review when I end it now, before I start talking spoilers, because I just finished with everything, and with the spoilers. So yeah, if you watch Jessica Jones season 1, you have to watch season 2, and then come back, watch the review. I'm just gonna wait if you're gonna say something, guys, but I really have to close this and call it night, especially for the people that we have the same time zone. Okay, guys, waiting, because I do know that the stream kind of takes a while to catch up with you guys, so yeah. Gotta go sleep, work out, all of that. Make the gains. Oh, by the way, look at that. Yeah. Making progress. even through the clothes, we are. So that's it, guys. I guess I think we caught up with, everything. The stream caught up with you guys. So that is it. Let me know what you think in the comments for you that are gonna watch this recorded. Okay, Teko. I didn't get if you watched the first season at all, or the second one. I didn't understand that. But anyways, just, comment down below what you thought, if you saw the whole season, and we're gonna discuss as soon as I have time to reply, of course, to the comments. Thanks, Ivy. It's actually even better, but we can see it now. Yeah. So thank you very much, guys. And as always, tomorrow, actually, there's a very important thing about tomorrow I forgot to tell you guys. I'm gonna see Ready Player One, and it's gonna be freaking late if I do a live review. It's going to be at this time, like before midnight, because I'm gonna be back before that. I'm gonna be super freaking tired, but I'm gonna try to do it right away. If I can, I'm going to do it the next day. But that is it, guys. So thank you very much for watching this review of Jessica Jones season 2. Expect my Ready Player One live review. Yes, good night to everybody. Sleep well, and we're gonna see each other tomorrow or the next day. Bye bye.